Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new stream here on the channel. And on today's stream, I will be discussing Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market because right now, of course, yesterday I should say, we had a major bloodbath here across the market. So we were seeing an amazing, not amazing, a crazy red candle, I should say, towards the downside. We saw an approximately 10% of the value in the cryptocurrency market flowing out and flushing out basically out of the market within exactly 24 hours. And that is, of course, absolutely terrible to see across this market. Right now, I will be discussing what the opportunities are and how we are looking for the markets and how we could be potentially grow further from up this point here. So if you want to be finding out more about that and about my thoughts on this market right now, don't forget to right away slap up that like button here on the stream. And as well, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But with that being said, let's jump right away in towards the content. And let me start off with discussing Bitcoin, of course, before going into your favorite altcoins, before going into Ethereum, before going even over some other news articles and some other on-chain data that I would like to discuss with you guys out there. So right now, we can see Bitcoin came down towards my accumulation range here because I've said it several times before. I would most certainly love to accumulate some more Bitcoins as soon as it's going to come down towards this horizontal support slash resistance range here. So what you can see right now on this range that I've been looking at is that Bitcoin rejected several times, found support, and once again is retesting this level. In my opinion, we are not in a bearish bias market currently, and we're also not in a bearish bias trend. And let me quickly explain this to you guys out there. So first of all, we're going to look back to the whole trend we were trading on. We were trading in a trend where we were forming high after lower high after lower high, etc, etc. We formed lower highs on this market, and of course we formed lower highs on this market. So basically what we were seeing in this trend over here is that we were forming lower highs after lower highs after lower highs, what is basically resulting in a significant downtrend. You're losing strength, you're losing momentum, you're forming lower highs along the way down here. That is clearly the definition of a downtrend. And of course, together with these lower highs that you formed over there, we formed as well lower lows. So what we could have seen over there is that we were in a downtrend from of course November all the way down towards January, in my opinion. Because over here, something really changed up here. Let me remove those drawings and let me keep this drawing here on the lower side. So, and something changed up here in January, actually, in my opinion, because we formed a low here in the market, we formed a bottom on the market. But what happened with this bottom on the market is that we finally not started to be forming lower highs again. No, we started to form a higher high. So what we have seen here is a previous high in the market got broken through here after a significant push up, and then we formed a higher high on the market. What does that mean? Is that we basically broke the downtrend. We broke the downtrend and we started to form a higher high. What you want to be looking at if you are forming a new higher high in the market is a higher low on the market. And right now, I think we just have to be looking at where that higher low is going to get starting to get formed and starting to get shaped here. And currently, if I do look at this market, we can clearly see the possibility of Bitcoin forming a higher low on the levels of 39,000 towards 40,000 US dollars. I should say between the 39,000 and 41,000 US dollars, we can clearly see it's probably this range over here. We're probably going to be finding a new higher low. And I've been making this prediction already like 2 or 3 days ago while we were standing higher. I want to be opening a Bitcoin position only if we're going to come down between levels of the 41,000 and 39,000 US dollars. So in this range over here, this yellow range that I will be showcase you right now, I've said several times before, I would only start accumulating my Bitcoin positions between this yellow range here. So right now we're coming down, and I am indeed looking to accumulate Bitcoin positions because I am very certain we are creating a higher low structure on the market where we could for sure still maybe have a scan wick towards the downside before moving up here. Why do I say this? I will be going in towards that in a second because I do expect that Bitcoin potentially could go still a little bit lower. but that is of course purely based off lower time frames, what I'm seeing over there. In terms of the daily time frame, I personally think the bottom is going to be around this level, and that we're going to form a higher low to of course continue this trend, because this was not a low on the market. I said it already, I would like to see a more significant higher low getting started. And of course we're forming right now a micro downtrend, and in this micro downtrend a lot of people are afraid, a lot of people have fear, uncertainty, doubt, etc. So that is of course getting myself extremely bullish. Another thing, before going further towards the charts, what is getting myself bullish and what is showcasing me right now that this is a level, that it is a good level for accumulating Bitcoin positions on, is the funding rates. If you don't look at the funding rates, you're definitely lacking in this market, because looking at the funding rates is one of the most important things to do in the cryptocurrency market. What we can see right now across the border is that Binance has negative funding rates, OKX has negative funding rates, Bybit has neutral funding rates, FTX, DX, negative funding rates. And what this all means here is that on these exchanges, the majority of the traders are trading short rather than long. What does it mean once again here? And thank you for supporting the nation. Of course, Christian Schieber, you're saying super pump incoming. Let's see what is going to happen. Of course, we're going to see what is going to be happening, of course, at the end of the day. But what we can see on this chart over here, and what this is showcasing us, is that the majority of the traders are still trading short. We are seeing the majority of the leverage is getting used to try to drag the market down. And what happens if the majority of the traders are short? The chance on the short squeeze is more significant. What does it mean? What is a short squeeze if you don't know already? A short squeeze is once a point in the market that we're going to pump a little bit here, and the short orders have to sell off, what will be create an even further price increasement in the market. So I'm personally very convinced that we are right now on very strong accumulation levels. Since I do see a very good horizontal support, we're forming a beautiful higher low on the daily time frame, and besides that, we are seeing the leverage, of course, getting used to trade Bitcoin towards the downside, and I rather trade against those other people's. So this is looking like a pretty good opportunity for a short squeeze that could come towards the market anytime soon here. And besides that, a lot of people are afraid, are in fear, and they expect the market is going to go absolutely to zero, and that is the reason why I'm also buying more cryptocurrencies. So that is basically my thoughts on the daily time frame. As well, what I could be looking at is a beautiful upward sloping support line for the price action of Bitcoin. Bitcoin could be, of course, look for this upward sloping support line. What you can see over here, that could be still provide very good support on the daily time frame. That's my reason as well. Bitcoin can still come a little bit more down to retest this level before moving up again here. So yeah, let's see how it is going to be playing out. Let's see how it is going to be breaking out and how it's going to be creating more volatility from this point. But most certainly, yeah, we could be looking at the upward sloping support line still as some more support in the coming days ahead of ourselves. So let me then of course even go further in towards the price section, and of course I see you guys in the chat asking me about certain coins, altcoins. I will be going over those altcoins in a moment from now on. I'm first going to go in depth about Bitcoin, because personally I think Bitcoin is the most important coin to analyze, because Bitcoin in the end of the day is going to be moving the market. Because if we're right now going to look at the coin market cap app, the coin market cap site here, you can see Bitcoin down 6.5%, and of course all the other coins are almost down as well, very significantly, unless one coin, and that is Elrond is not so significantly down. Yeah, I was just saying it still had to update a little bit here. So yeah, all these coins are down unless Elrond ready, if it updates finally, because Elrond is still trading around 180 something, you know. So that's pretty bullish if you would ask me. Elrond is definitely doing a very good job in terms of its recovery against Bitcoin, and in terms of its gains it's currently creating against Bitcoin. So that's also looking pretty good here. So Bitcoin on the 4 hourly time frame, right now forming a downward sloping support line. We can see already 3 touch points. This level showcasing us very strong support. This level showcasing us a very good level for accumulation, and personally I do expect this level will still show us some very strong bounces towards the upside in the coming hours ahead of ourselves. If we're looking towards the RSI, we can see Bitcoin 4-hourly RSI is almost going oversold, and usually once a market reversal tends to come here, you tend to create momentum divergence, just like the last time around here. The market went oversold, like you can see over here. Then the market was oversold over here, then it came up and it came down again, and it formed higher lows on the RSI, and then it started to be pushing up again. So what I expect as well for Bitcoin, because that's usually how every single reversal is getting started, Bitcoin is going to come up again, it's going to come down again, shake out these last weekends, retest this level again and then push up, because then it will be start to probably create some kind of a bullish divergence like this. So I would most certainly expect an imminent short-term bounce towards the upside, but I wouldn't write off another correction towards lower levels, towards levels around 39,000 US dollars again later today here on the Friday. I am not writing that off at all, because that's usually how these scenarios tend to be playing out. Let me remove these wrongs, so let me further enable some other momentum indicators like the MACD. The MACD is currently not showcasing any signs of a momentum reversal. What does this mean? It's basically not showcasing us any gain of strength here on the market. So we're forming lower lows on the price section, lower lows on the RSI, and as well lower lows on the MACD, together with the moving averages as well, forming lower lows. So MACD not necessarily showing us a lot of strength. If I turn up the money flow index, you can see over here as well, not necessarily showing us some more strength. And this is basically showcasing us that we are not really ready for a reversal yet here. All the momentum indicators on the 4-hourly time frame are not forming any kind of a divergence. All these momentum indicators on the 4-hourly time frame are still showcasing we're in a downtrend, and still showcasing there's not necessarily a regainment of strength in the market currently. So this could be most certainly still lead towards a further push towards lower targets, and I'm definitely not writing that off like I just warned you about a moment ago. Bitcoin is still not gathering enough strength here to really say to me, okay, we're going to have a very strong bounce right now on this 4-hourly time frame. So please do take that in consideration. I am not highly convinced yet that Bitcoin will be start moving up massively towards the upside from this point. As well, in terms of 4-hour support, I will be definitely look at this range over here. Previous major resistance. If we retest, this could be also be a beautiful higher low that we could be generating on the market, and this comes down towards 38.6k, and that is also going to come together with the daily time frame support levels that I'm looking at currently. So if I look at this different chart on the 4-hourly candle, yeah, we can see if we're going to zoom out even further, and let me remove this drawing because this was on the daily. I mean, oh no, I have to move on towards the next chart, excuse me. So the next chart I will be looking at is like the 30-minute chart here on Bitcoin. The 30-minute chart showcased me a beautiful symmetrical triangle. Actually, this is breaking out towards the upside currently. This is a symmetrical triangle, what is definitely a good trading opportunity. It was a good trading opportunity. And of course, guys, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter, like you should know here, you should do so right now here. Like you can see over here, my Twitter at Rover CSC, I already warned you guys about this pattern, and I told you guys volatility is going to be imminent even before it broken out here. So definitely reason to follow us on Twitter right now here to stay up to date about all these market developments, and that's the reason why we are warning you guys all about these important developments on the market, of course. So what we basically saw here is that we were forming previous support, resistance, 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 together with support here on the lower side. And this looks like a very beautiful touch point that we had been generating on this market. So far, this looks like a beautiful opportunity to trade this market, in this case towards the upside, if this 30-minute candle closes on the top side. Personally, I'm still staying away from it. Like I told you, the momentum is indeed climbing again on the 30-minute time frame, and we could be creating some significant bullish divergence on the 1-hour time frame if we're going to come down again here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it slow here. I'm going to take it very slow. I'm going to wait till the market is going to recover a little bit towards the upside, and then I will be waiting for another correction. And on the next correction, I would love to open my big position here, because I still believe as well on the 1-hour time frame, if we're looking towards it, we could be still create this reversal signal. So yeah, yesterday we were pretty oversold on the 1-hour time frame. We were coming down towards the 15 on the RSI index, but still, like I warned you about here, we have not created any bullish divergence, and these momentum indicators as well on the 1-hour, because I already analyze them, are also not really flipping me and giving me bullish signals. Only the one thing that's pretty bullish is this bullish crossover currently getting generated on the MACD. But what I want to be seeing here is a higher low getting generated on the MACD, higher low getting created on the RSI, together with a lower low in the price section. That will be for me a buy signal, because that is a beautiful bullish divergence that we could be then creating on the market, and that could be give me the signal, okay, right now I expect the market is going to pump. Right now it's very hard to predict where the momentum of the market is heading towards. Of course, I am using this symmetrical triangle to really give me a shape where the market is going towards an imminent short term, but this is of course on the 30-minute time frame, and we do know that the 30-minute time frame could be sometimes be a little bit more lacking. So 1.5% breakout towards the upside is definitely the targets that I will be aiming for right now. So that's going to be absolutely epic, of course, to look at. Yesterday as well, we formed this beautiful symmetrical triangle, broke down of it. I mean, we had a 2.6% price target approximately towards the downside. Like you can see, the price target got reached, and off that we even saw further continuation. So if you yesterday were watching the stream, and you did, because we were streaming while we were breaking down here, if you did open any short orders on that breakdown, congratulations, you are the man. You made absolutely beautiful profits, because yeah, opening a short over here on the market yesterday could have made you, of course, an approximately 8% return here all the way down. So I was not shorting the market, like I explained several times before. I don't like shorting Bitcoin, because then I'm betting against the market, and I rather bet with the market than against it, because I hate betting against Bitcoin. So let me go further in towards my analysis, and let me go further in towards some other interesting things to talk about, right? So also a thing that we have seen yesterday, and this is the realized loss chart here on CoinGlass. It's definitely a very interesting chart to look at. We saw the realized loss spiking again yesterday. What does it mean? More and more people yesterday in the correction sold their Bitcoins off against a loss here. So the realized loss was created yesterday once again. We saw a significant spike here again towards higher levels. So more and more people, approximately 760 million against a loss was sold yesterday already alone. So a lot of money is getting sold against a loss, what is of course absolutely very beautiful. And like you can see in these big corrections, we tend to see, yeah, here was $5 billion sold against a loss. And like we do know, market cap of Bitcoin is approximately 772 billion. So in that case, it was like approximately 0.8% of the total supply was getting sold against a loss. And that is so bullish, because guys, if you don't know how the system works here, not everyone can get rich with Bitcoin, and that's why we are right now see the realized loss spiking. And because we are right now seeing the realized loss spiking on Bitcoin, that's how we make money. That's how we make more money on Bitcoin, because people bought Bitcoin maybe on 60K and they literally sold it on 40K. So they create a realized loss here. Depending on how big their loss is, that will be once again reflected on this chart here and showcasing us how much loss they are making. And of course, in these downtrends, you can see high amounts of realized loss is getting showcased, because people are afraid and selling against losses. And you see in these bigger corrections, we do see these spikes of realized loss really coming in, because that's usually once the real FOMO of sellers coming here. They're really afraid, and they start to sell in these downtrends. So that is looking pretty interesting. But let's talk about Ethereum right now here. So Ethereum as well came down, but still is gaining against Bitcoin. We saw an approximately 0.5% gain against Bitcoin today already, and yesterday as well we gained even more on Bitcoin. So if you were hodling Ethereum, you were better off by hodling Ethereum than Bitcoin on the recent days. Of course, we're currently still trading in a massive downtrend here on the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin valuation. And this is, of course, currently really holding back the price action for the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, comparison. So far, it looks pretty interesting if you would ask me. And if we're going to look at horizontal support and resistance, what is going to be the most crucial levels to be breaking through, it's going to be definitely the 0.07 towards the 0.08 here. And this is going to be for me as well the most critical resistance level to be breaking above. And if we do break above this level, I expect more further significant price growth for the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin pair. But so far, it has been showcasing us. It has been a pretty good buy, if you ask me, for Ethereum so far in the recent days, of course. So what we can see as well in the Ethereum price action is, let me get this correctly, is that we've been getting rejected by this downward sloping trend line, right? So we have been seeing this critical trend line, and let me draw this correctly. It was a little bit undraw here. So what we can see over here is that we find support, and after that we find several times rejections on this level. The most critical level to break right now here is definitely this downward sloping trend line here on the price section of Ethereum. And if we do break above this level, we're definitely going to be looking a little bit more bullish for the Ethereum price action. Like I've been speculating already several times, we could be going for a double bottom on the market and create a beautiful W structure, because we formed this lower high over here. If we could form a higher high on the same side over there, we could be definitely look for a very beautiful W structure. So let's see how that is going to be playing out here. Personally, I would love to anticipate it. A level to find very good support at, and a level where I've been starting to accumulate my Ethereums on again is around the $2,800 US. Why? Question mark. Is because the 2800 US dollars has been a level for Ethereum that is very strong for accumulation. It's been proving itself in the past, and right now again today and the last days, basically it has been showing that this level of support or resistance has been basically a crucial level that provided very strong times support already, and I think it's a good level and a good range to start buying again here. So check EGLD. I will be going over EGLD because currently I'm in a trade on EGLD. I'm in a leverage position on EGLD. EGLD is actually looking a little bit more, it's holding up against Bitcoin very well. But like the retest we're currently getting generated is pretty bad, if you would ask me. But I'm going to talk about EGLD in a second from now on, of course. So Ethereum, let me go further in towards the time frames, maybe a little bit lower time frames, of course, over here. Let me get to the different chart. So on the 4-hourly time frame, what is Ethereum doing over there? So Ethereum has been forming a lower high after lower high. That is, of course, the same structure that Bitcoin is currently doing so. But what is different with Ethereum is that it's currently forming a higher low on the 4-hourly time frame. So Ethereum is not necessarily breaking bearish yet here. It is coming down, but it is not breaking bearish yet. So I'm very, very, very excited about where it is heading towards in the coming days, coming hours ahead of ourselves. But so far, it doesn't necessarily look extremely bearish for Ethereum. And Ethereum could be most certainly still break bullish from up this point here. And Ethereum could still see more further price increasement from up this range here. As well, it looks to be more that we are in a reaccumulation phase than that we are in a downtrend, since we are forming as well still this upward sloping support line. And that is definitely very bullish for the Ethereum price action right now here on the market. So yeah, we're basically in a reaccumulation, reconsolidation phase here, where we are squeezing the price action once again in towards more kind of an apex. So we still have to wait a little bit longer till we do know exactly where Ethereum is heading towards from of this range here. Besides that here, Ethereum on the 1-hour time frame. Wait, let me first check up on the momentum here. The momentum is pretty neutral. We're forming higher lows on the market, higher lows on the RSI. So it's definitely very neutral price action and very neutral development. As well on the MACD, we're seeing neutral development. So nothing really special. We're still in this sideways structure that it is telling us right now. And we're not necessarily in a bullish or bearish wise structure at all. We're just in a sideways structure. So Ethereum, it's very hard to guess where it is currently going towards. I will be basing my opinion where Ethereum is going towards for sure from of Bitcoin right now, because Ethereum chart looks very unpredictable over here, in my opinion. So we'll be staying away from it in terms of trading right now. I would rather trade Bitcoin a little bit more right now because it's a little bit more easier to guess where it is exactly heading towards. But let me quickly check up on EGLD, because EGLD is definitely highly discussed cryptocurrency. But look, like it's holding up so good here. And look at the EGLD compared to Bitcoin valuation. EGLD compared to Bitcoin been bouncing in the recent hours, the past 12 hours, very strongly back against Bitcoin. So EGLD against Bitcoin bouncing back very strongly, and that is absolutely beautiful to see, because currently I am still in an EGLD position. Of course, I'm a very low leverage position. I'm currently only in a 5% loss here, but this position, I bought in towards this position not purely about where it's going to stand tomorrow or in 2 or 3 days from now on. I bought in towards this EGLD position to see where I'm standing in 10 weeks from now on, 12 weeks from now on, once the market is for sure bullish again, and when we are going to be having more bullish price action. So if we're going to be approaching it from that way here, it looks like a very good buy so far. As well, if we're going to approach it on the daily time frame, we can clearly see we had a beautiful retest, and right now EGLD is bouncing back so strongly here towards the upside. And I do think there's more bullish price action yet to come here for the EGLD price action right here. So I do look forward towards it. What we're going to go towards with EGLD right now here, 180 US dollars it is for now on, but that bounce against the Bitcoin has been very beautiful, and looks to be like it could be a potential trend reversal signal as well on this market. If we're looking back towards previous support and resistance, you can see here last time around we found very strong support was as well around the range where we are finding support at right now here as well. So you can see support, 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 support. So it looks to be a very good level. And over here, of course, resistance. It looks to be a very good level where we could be seeing, of course, further growth getting enabled from. As well, we can clearly see major rejections getting from the higher side on the market. And this is so far already showcasing us a major point of a rejection. And this is so far showcasing us a major amount of rejections across the market. So what we want to be seeing for the EGLD compared to Bitcoin valuation, well, Bitcoin is absolutely skyrocketing here towards the upside, guys. We'll be checking out on Bitcoin right here. what we want to be seeing with EGLD against Bitcoin is to break above this level over here. If we do break above this range here, we're going to go sky high. We're going to absolutely go parabolic. So I will keep you guys up to date about that one. I will keep my eyes on Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin going. Guys, we broke out of this pattern, and in 3 minutes from now, we're going to close the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute candle. This is absolutely beautiful. So EGLD is looking pretty good here, and actually, like my long-term EGLD price target, I mean, I think we could be going towards $1,000 in this coming run-up towards the coming months ahead of ourselves. So let's see where we're going to go towards. And personally, what I'm waiting for on EGLD is like bullish markets on Bitcoin, because that could be leading towards more significant price action. Rover, look at the funding rates. They're so negative. Isn't this bullish? Arthur Z, I already discussed the funding rates in the beginning of the stream here. If you want to see my exact thoughts about it, make sure to go a little bit back towards the stream. But yes, this is extremely bullish, because indeed the funding rates are negative across the border, what means the market is massively over leveraged towards the downside, what means the chance on the short squeeze is more significant. And Christian, you were just saying that super chat, and right away the market started to be pumping. So I guess it's got to do something with you out there, man. So thank you for your support of the nation, of course, and let's pump this market up, of course, towards the upside. Will be absolutely amazing. We're about to approach the $41,000. This could be a level that we're going to start see some weakness coming towards Bitcoin, or we could showcase some very strong strength here, of course. What we can see over here on this level is that this is previous support, like you can see over here. Previously around, we got supported by this range. Previously around, I got rejected by this range, and as well we could be forming a rejection once again on this 30-minute candle what we're right now trading in right here. So it's going to be absolutely crucial to be breaking above this level and see a further continuation growth towards the upside for the Bitcoin perpetual swap. So if we're going to be seeing a break above this level, could be very bullish for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin could see some very imminent short-term growth towards the upside. And what literally could be happening on that point here, if Bitcoin is going to create a 30-minute close above it, we could literally go for an exponential price surge back towards $42,000. And we could go back for this retest on the higher sides over here. Why am I saying so is because this is basically the major rejection zone. And this could be, of course, a perfect level where we could be creating lower lows and lower highs from off. But if we're breaking above this level and we could be creating a higher high in the market, I personally think we're going to go in a very strong V-shaped recovery shape for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin could be pumping up very quickly once again towards the upside. So looking good. Negative 0.0003. I mean, Binance funding rates are currently minus 0.086. That's quite significant, because neutral is 0.01 and everything below the 0.01 is negative already. So this is definitely very big for the traders. If you don't know already, if we're going to look in terms of the open interest futures, excuse me. At the options. So if we're looking at, it is open futures. If we're going to look at the futures open interest, where it's coming from, we do know that like 90%, no, not 90%, like the majority of the open interest on Bitcoin comes from Binance. Binance currently have more than 5 billion in the open interest of the total. Like Binance is currently occupying more than 35% of the total open interest, and Binance is negative. And that is very bullish, because Binance has the majority of the traders on it right now, and they are really moving this market right here. So negative funding rates, this is absolutely going to skyrocket Bitcoin. This is absolutely bullish for Bitcoin, in my opinion. So I do look forward towards it being bearish right now. And like I told everyone before, shorting Bitcoin, while it already came down massively, is one of the most stupidest things that I've ever heard about someone saying it to me. Like, some people told me, oh, short Bitcoin while you still can. But like, I'm not going to short Bitcoin while we already came down massively, while the funding rates are negative. It's just stupid, you know. Russia and the US have agreed to sit down for negotiations. That is good. I do know it. Today they're going to sit down. This is, of course, pretty good here, in my opinion. Indeed, they're going to sit down. And if there is going to be something happening for that, it will be very, very important. So Wall Street analysts share hedging tactics as Russia-Ukraine tensions mount. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting, of course, what we do get over there. So yeah, what I want to be saying right here is that, like, What is currently moving the market is definitely, of course, Russia, Ukraine. And if we're going to look at the stock market, US 500, let me see if we are already in the pre-market. Yes, we are already in the pre-market. Yesterday we came down massively, but early today we pumped up already, like you can see over here, right? So early today in the midnight, we pumped up, and that's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually, if you would ask me. So we pumped up already a little bit here. Right now we've been going sideways. What we want to be seeing is this market flipping bullish again. How does the market flip bullish again if the stock market just moves up here? Because the stock market is currently holding back Bitcoin. If we're going to zoom out for the stock market, major levels of support still yet to get touched here is this previous support zone where we got like 3 big touch points on. And like the stock market, you could say, oh, it's going right now in an extremely bearish period. But like if we get these Russia-Ukraine tensions gone, if these tensions are gone between Russia and Ukraine, I can tell you already, this market is going to be absolutely exploding back towards the upside. Just like everyone told the stock market was dead over here, just like everyone told it over here and over here and over here and over here once again. I don't believe that we're in an and that we're not going to recover. I think the stock market will recover very quickly as soon as the tensions go away from between Russia and Ukraine, and they're going to withdraw their troops, and we're just going to have normal life without war, because no one wants war in life. Let me see. Is it the pump that's now going on? You first said you expect the pump before going potentially lower. Yes. If we're going to go lower, I don't expect, like what I basically was saying here. I expect it's likely for Bitcoin to go a little bit lower because the 4-hourly time frame is not creating any momentum divergence, and usually a market is not necessarily going to reverse back towards the upside without creating any momentum divergence, just like we had every single time in the past, right? Here we created the momentum divergence. Here we created the momentum divergence before moving up. If we go back here, let me see. Here we created a momentum divergence towards the upside, of course, bullish momentum divergence. Here we were not creating a momentum divergence. Here we were creating a momentum divergence while we moved up again. So, like, a lot of these reversals are getting created from a momentum divergence. So, what I said, yes, if we're going to come down, if we're going to really see a significant growth up here, I expect that it's more likely to see, of course, first in price increasement before then coming to come down again, create this momentum divergence, and then shoot up towards the moon. So, regardless whatever my scenario was here, I already anticipated the market was going to come up a little bit more. Is this already enough for the market to, of course, come down again? Yes, potentially. Because if we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, we can clearly see like the momentum climbed already significantly. If we're going to right now come down again, we're most certainly going to create a major bullish divergence, and it could be leading towards more bullish price action in this market in the bigger picture, of course. So yeah, there could be definitely a rejection from this range because this is previous support, resistance. If we're failing to break through of this level, yeah, we're most certainly not going to see more significant price surges. So yeah, let's see how it's going to be playing out here. So Pluton is pumping Rover. Yeah, I just saw it as well on the right side of my screen because, yeah, I'm looking at all kinds of coins here. And indeed, Pluton is once again pumping earlier today. It moved up in approximately 28%. Like, that's Pluton shit, you know. It is like, it's crazy how significantly it is moving up and in how, what kind of a rapid pace especially it is moving up here. Always Moonboy. I mean, yeah, you could say whatever you want here, but I mean, I don't really see myself as a Moonboy. But if you are bearish for Bitcoin in the long term, it will be actually pretty stupid. I mean, I call myself a Moonboy if you're talking about where Bitcoin is standing about in a year from now on, or 2 years or 3 years from now on, because the adoption is growing. Bitcoin fundamentally is growing significantly. The more people are using it, the world financial system is getting fucked up because more and more money is getting printed, and we're like money. Sorry, the currencies, fiat currencies, is the biggest legal scam ever out there. So yeah, you can call me a Moonboy for the longer term because once the governments are printing more money, everything that is expressed in money, what is scarce, should increase in their value. So Bitcoin is of course scarce and is expressed in dollars, so it should increase in their value. It's a very simple game. And I'm very comfortable that Bitcoin is going to trade higher. Just look at the inflation rates and how bad of an influence it had on Bitcoin. Like we had 7.5% inflation year to year right now. The Bitcoin price action has not even been starting to be pumping. Like there's so much price action getting suppressed here, and big players are buying up their Bitcoins right now. And if you're not seeing that, it is pretty stupid in my opinion. Yes, we could come down a little bit further. I've already expected that. I've been already predicting that also. Yesterday, I've also predicted this come down from the 1 hour time frame, and of course I am bearish, I am bullish, I am everything on the lower time frame, but on the bigger time frames, on the large time frames, I am most certainly very bullish on Bitcoin, because that will be absolutely stupid. If you're not a moon boy on the larger time frames for Bitcoin, you're absolutely stupid. I've been a moon boy in 2017, I've been a moon boy in 2018, 19, 20, and because of that, because I had this long-term vision where I do see Bitcoin absolutely exploding towards the moon here, that's why I am standing where I'm currently standing. I became a millionaire once I was 20 years old, because I had the vision for the long term on Bitcoin that it is going to be increasing in valuation. And like, of course, you could be a moon boy on the 1 hour time frame. I'm not a moon boy on the 1 hour time frame or 4 hourly time frame. I try to be realistic on the lower time frames, and that is important, because being a moon boy on lower time frames is absolutely stupid. But if you're not a moon boy on larger time frames, I think you are lacking at that point here. So do know that, please. If the big players are buying, you wouldn't see a bump. I mean, that is not true, because big players are definitely buying, because we can see large wallets are increasing and large wallets are still buying extra into our market. But how big players are buying is not that they're buying all at once. No, they're dollar cost averaging. We literally Tesla bought into Bitcoin while we were having a downtrend. In January 2021, while the market was only going down, Tesla accumulated their position. We were also not seeing a pump. No, why? Is because they buy partially. Every single time the market drops 2% or 1%, they bought in a certain amount of Bitcoin. So they're dollar cost averaging. So the price action will not really get affected on the market. But like, there is still a lot of fear in the market, fear, uncertainty, doubt, etc. There's a lot of leverage in the market. There's a lot of long squeezes playing out, and that's why the market still moves down here and up. I can show you. I can definitely show you. What I want to be searching up is the wallet. Let me see. Wallet, biggest. I have to search up the wallet ID for a second. Because if you're looking towards the biggest Bitcoin wallet addresses, you can see literally they have been accumulating. So that is definitely very important to look at. So I'm quickly going to search that account up again here. Yeah, he's been accumulating like a crazy amount of Bitcoin. This is the number 3 wallet. So this is the number 3 biggest wallet. And like over here, he had 100k Bitcoin. He dropped down here in February, but then he accumulated more and more. And look at this. In this downtrend over here, he's been accumulating more and more Bitcoins on the market. And what you can see, you can literally see his buys here. On the 4th of February, he bought 274 Bitcoin. Like, he's still adding more Bitcoin towards his wallet. And like you can see, these are all the big wallet addresses. Like you can see over here, number 14, wallet address number 14. Oh, this is looking a little bit weird. The price action is a little bit glitched here. So this, oh, you can see it literally over here. But he had approximately 47 Bitcoin in his account. Then he dumped everything towards 3.9k Bitcoin, and then he bought approximately, like you can see over here. Look at this buy. 44k Bitcoin came in on this buy. And this was on the 17th. So yesterday, this guy got 44,000 Bitcoins on its account. So that's pretty crazy. Yesterday, on 10 o'clock my time, this guy got 44,000 Bitcoins in his account. That's absolutely mind-blowing, of course. So there are a lot of large parties that are buying. And you can see it all over here. This guy bought also more Bitcoin. Bought more Bitcoin. This one, also more Bitcoin. Also more Bitcoin. Like, all these accounts are buying more Bitcoin. As well, this account here got 8k Bitcoin. It went to 22. 25, and right now got 31k Bitcoin. Last time he bought Bitcoin was on the 23rd of January, my birthday. That's pretty cool. So large wallets are buying, and it's not only on Bitcoin, also on the Ethereum network. If you look at Ethereum, like, it's even more crazier what kind of wheels are stepping in and what kind of large wallets are buying. And I mean, I don't want to be I want to be too late. I don't want to be too late because the whole ecosystem, what is fundamentally changed from Bitcoin since 69K towards this point of 40K? I mean, there has been a lot of things changing up here, and that's more and more countries are making Bitcoin a legal currency. Like we have seen the US, the FBI starting a new digital currency. We've seen the SEC want to be regulating Bitcoin. We've been seeing a lot of steps in the right direction being made. Of course, I don't really like the regulation part of it, but we're seeing a lot of steps in the right direction getting made here, and money is still getting printed, and like the rates of the banks are going to go up maybe potentially, but the best way to secure still your wealth is going to be in Bitcoin, because if the rates go up 0.5% and inflation still stays higher than 7%, it means that borrowing money from the bank on that point is still interesting. Christian, 40K bottom. Let's see if 40K is the bottom. I would most certainly love to see if 40K is the bottom. That I already explained, like the daily time frame looks actually pretty good here, if you would ask me, for the higher low scenario that we are currently looking for. But if you would ask me, like not the fitting rate, but the rates at the interest rates at the banks is going to be 0.5% probably in March. Everyone is so scared, it's so bearish, blah blah blah. But like the inflation is still going to be around 7%, and if the interest rates are only going to hike up towards 0.5%, it means that it is still good to borrow money from the bank, because you can literally borrow money, invest it all, and pay that 0.5% back, because there's already 7.5% inflation. So all assets that are expressed in dollars or in a currency will be still increasing their valuation, because there are going to still be more dollars in circulation. So only if they're going to, let's say, hike these interest rates towards levels around maybe 4 to 5% here, what is absolutely crazy, of course, we could start to see, of course, a more kind of a bearish market in all assets. But right now, a hike towards the 0.5 interest rate is absolutely nothing. They want to fool you again. They think everyone thinks, oh, they're doing the right thing, and everyone thinks assets are going to zero because the interest rate will be hiking with 0.5%. What is absolutely nothing. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. And that is absolutely terrible, because so many people are falling for like the tunnel vision that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency assets are going to fall if the interest rates are going to hike towards 1% or whatsoever. Everyone has a tunnel vision. I think it's going to fall if the rates are going to hike towards, let's see, towards, let's say, 4%, maybe 4.5%. But 0.5% is terrible. It is nothing. There's going to still be a large amount of money going to get borrowed from the banks. There will be still more money creation in the world. There will be still more inflation. And search it up on the internet. But there has been never a currency that came down of 7% inflation as soon as it had more than 5% inflation year to year. So a currency that has more than 5% inflation year to year never came down in the history of mankind below that 5% again, and currently we're already sitting on 7.5%. I'm currently highly convinced we're going to get hyperinflation in these currencies, and that the 0.5% interest rates are not going to help us to get out of the shithole with the dollar. The dollar is the biggest scam out there. The euro is the biggest scam out there. I don't believe in these fiat currencies. I think they're terrible because it's a legal scam from the governments, and I want to be staying away from that. And that's why I invest my money into assets. That's why I invest my money in towards Bitcoin. And of course, you could either step out of Bitcoin, hold all your money into euros. You could hold all your money in US dollars or US dollar tethers. It's also US dollar tether. And you're going to lose so much of your purchasing power over the years. And you can then say, yeah, but Bitcoin lost me my purchasing power approximately 50% in the recent days here, 100 days here. But then you're once again having not a good vision. Because if we're looking towards year over year, the returns what Bitcoin made, just take an average date here. Just the past 3.5 years. 360% returns. Just look at the, let me see, past 550 days, 222% returns. It's like we're in a reaccumulation phase, and if you only approach this phase as your way to invest, you're having a different, you have a wrong approach. And right now, everyone who's watching has the opportunity to accumulate on this lower range. You could either accumulate on the top 50% of the range, or you could accumulate on the lower side of the range. And I currently like to accumulate on the lower side of the range here. if you would ask me. And actually, we're buying on a pretty good retest. And I actually don't care if we're going to come down further, because I am convinced about the future. I'm convinced about the future. That's why I'm investing in Bitcoin, because the people say, oh, Bitcoin is going to 30K or 20K, probably don't have the same idea. They don't have the way of investing how I have, because I started investing in 2016 into cryptocurrencies because I believed in the technology. I believed in the future of the technology, and I believe that we are going to get hyperinflation in all currencies. All currencies are going to experience hyperinflation at one point. And that's why I started to investing my wealth into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency assets. And that's been so far the best decision I've ever made in my life here. Let me see. Will we pump hard today? We don't know. Let's quickly check up on the 200 weekly MA. Let me quickly check up on that. That's a pretty good one to check up here. Let me see. That is the 50. The 200 is very low here. The 100 could be looking at the 100. Oh, ships. Let me remove this real quickly. So yeah, we've got like the 200 and the 100 moving average. Like we do know, the 200 moving average here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin has been already always provided very good support, right? So you can see over here, 2016 provided very good support. Here in the bear market 2019 showcased the bottom. Here in 2020, the pandemic correction showcased the bottom. Currently, the 200 moving average is trading on $20,000. Is Bitcoin going to come down to $20,000? Always possible. Is it likely to happen? No, I don't really think so, actually. As well, we've got like the 100-day moving average, the green line, showcased several times a good buying opportunity. About to once again retest it again. If we're going to look and place it towards the 120, did showcase it a little bit better of signs of accumulation? No, not necessarily. 140, also not. And let me quickly check up on the 80. The 80 showcase not really good buyers or sell zones here. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. The 50, of course, is a pretty good one to look at. Trading below the 50 is usually once you're in a more bearish kind of a period. We are trading below the 50, of course. Like you can see here, last time we went below the 50. We moved down in, of course, a massive bearish market here, basically. And of course, right now we're trading below the 50 as well. So that's definitely very bearish. But like I said several times before, I'm not going to base my opinion of buying or selling Bitcoin because of moving averages. Because moving averages are based off all calculations. And if you're going to be say, okay, right now I will be selling my Bitcoins because Bitcoin is in a bear market, because Bitcoin is trading below this and this moving average. That's the most stupidest thing I always have heard, because moving averages are based on previous calculation. So the 50, just like the death cross, the death cross on a daily time frame. Some people talk about, once the death cross happens, we are going to go in a bear market. But actually, the death cross is my buy signal. So let me make this a little bit more clear so you guys can see this very, very well here, what I mean with this. Like this. I want to be putting it like this. So this is the death cross, what you can see. Once you're getting a death cross, it basically means once the 200 daily moving average and the 50 daily moving average are going to cross each other. So we had a cross here on approximately the 18th of June. Everyone was bearish. Everyone thought we were in a bear market. And of course, check out my videos. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube over here. You search up death cross crypto Rover. And these videos that I make here, they get the worst views, because it's a very important video, and that's why they don't get any views. So over there, I explained why the death cross is like the most irrelevant indicator to ever look at. In that video, people said, "Oh, this is terrible. Why is the death cross irrelevant? That's stupid. We're in a bear market." I was buying Bitcoin on this point here because we had a death cross. This is a very lacking indicator. And the death cross basically shows you previous calculations from the past. And maybe in 2017 it was working. Maybe in 2013 it was working. But in 2021, 2022, it doesn't work anymore. Why? Question mark. Is because these crossovers are going to be irrelevant as soon as the market goes in whole different stages. Right now we have a market with a lot of leverage. We have to have flush outs in the market to flush out leverage. We didn't have that in 2017. So what is it? The market developed. So I'm not going to use a moving average, what is based on previous calculations on the market, to determine whether I want to be buying or selling Bitcoin. That's absolutely a terrible idea. So I always was to keep buying Bitcoin. People called me stupid, but then the market pumped again. Then we saw this bullish crossover. We saw the golden cross. And I actually said, that's a pretty bearish signal. Then everyone said I am stupid. And we came down even further from that point. So these golden crosses, bearish crossovers, those are the most stupidest things to really look at, in my opinion. They're not really, my real opinion is not really based on it. Moving averages are lacking indicators that not necessarily is a good way of measuring whether to be buying or selling. Because if you bought here on the bullish crossover, yeah, eventually you made money, but in the short term, you only lost more money, of course, right? If you sold over here, you only lost more money because everything went up on that point. If you sold on this bearish crossover, yeah, we came down eventually, but still we came up again afterwards, after the crossover. So the crossover is definitely a lacking indicator, and for me, I am not going to base my opinion from previous indications on the market, because I think that's absolutely terrible to do so. And I think it's very important for the education for people around this market that they're not going to be basing their trades off or basing their opinion of a market structure off of a stupid crossover of a moving average, because moving averages are literally made in 2013, and they're made from history price action on Bitcoin. And the history price action of Bitcoin is way different than right now, because in 2017, 2015, we were not having open interest. We were not having 17 billion in open interest. We were not having funding rates. We were not having that. That was not a thing at that point, right? Because there was no leverage in the freaking market. So please do know, market change up here. And right now what we do have is leverage flush outs in the market. Why these moving averages can get affected. Why these moving averages are also not effective anymore. Do take that in consideration. Very important to know. And actually right now, I was just checking up on the funding rates again. It even went more negative for Binance, 0.01%. That's crazy. So please, do take a notice. A short squeeze could literally happen today. You hear a lot of stupid things, it sounds. Yeah, I mean, I heard like some people are educating some other people terrible things, stupid things, just like these moving averages. I think that is terrible. I think it's like the stupidest thing ever to look at, actually. That's just my opinion. I think it's an absolutely terrible way, and I don't really think it should be part of your strategy. Of course, you could use it at like some supportive touches could be getting formed, like over here. I think this is good. You can see some touches getting formed on the market, but like these crossovers are terrible. Don't look at crossovers. But of course, I'm here for you guys to tell my opinion. If you do not agree with me, I mean, I like it. I like when people don't agree with me, because I usually, already on the cryptocurrency space here, doesn't necessarily have the most popular opinion, because I usually do the exact opposite thing that people want me to say, of course. Because like, if I look on YouTube, everyone's saying, oh, Bitcoin going to zero, etc. You know, that's because they're trying to take the trend, and they're trying to play the emotions of people, because then they get more views, they get more conversions or whatsoever, and I don't care about that, you know. So that's the different part about it. More longs need to be flushed out before upside. I mean, Jamie, right now what we can see is that there are more shorts in the market, and usually what doesn't happen here is that like the majority of the traders are going to win. Right now, in this case, we have more shorters active than longers. So what is more likely to expect here is that we're flushing out first the shortest before flushing out the longers again. So I think the chance is way bigger that we're going to get a leverage flush out towards the upside, so that we're going to shake out short traders. The chance is way more significant to see that happening actually today. What's the fear and greed index today? Let me quickly check it up for you. Fear and greed index. So this is, of course, a very good indication to see what the market is standing on. Right now, it's trading on 30, fear and greed index. Basically, the whole year, we've been trading extremely low here. We've been trading on a lot of fear. People are afraid. They don't know what to do here. They want to be selling off the Bitcoin. They think it's going to zero. And that's good. That's absolutely pretty good here, actually. Why do I think it's good? Because then I will be able to be buying more Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, of course. Don't listen to the fight. Hey, Aaron, welcome back to our stream. Indeed, I mean, fear, uncertainty, and doubt is exactly what you shouldn't listen towards. Once there is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, so once you hear, oh, I think once you hear everyone say Bitcoin is going to crash because of Ukraine and Russia that are about to go to war, you should be bullish. Because that's actually not going to happen. Your best bet on holding your wealth in war is definitely going to be Bitcoin, in my opinion. I have 789 Bitcoin. That's absolutely amazing. Rover president in the Netherlands. I mean, yeah, maybe I would definitely love that. I mean, I will be for sure make it a Bitcoin country. But no, I'm not. I hate like politics. I hate it. I don't want to mess with it. 30 is good. Let's see. Moving averages bots can be functioning well. I mean, definitely, I do agree with like trading on moving averages. Like retesters are definitely good. Some grasa. I'm very bad with pronouncing names. But I definitely think it could be very good for trading. But like for crossovers and determining your way on how you think about the market is absolutely terrible, in my opinion, if you're going to do it like that way. But guys, by the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so right now here, guys. Go below the video. If you see that bottom is still red and you have not pressed it, make sure to press it right now here. Subscribe to the channel. Will be absolutely amazing. And guys, make sure to smash up that like button. If you haven't already smashed up that like button, smash it up like crazy right now here. I've not asked for you guys to smash up the like button for 55 minutes in a row on the stream. So I will be right now asking it once here for you guys. And it is smash up that like button. Go below this video and press it like crazy. It will be absolutely amazing. It will be absolutely amazing if you could smash it up right now. And of course, ring the bell notification while you're already down there. Follow me on Twitter. I see we just smashed up to the 60.2k followers. You can see my Twitter in the bottom left side of the screen here. It's at RoverCRC, where I keep you guys up to date once I'm not live about the markets. I give you guys some details about the funding rates. I give you guys some more details about trading patterns, etc, 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 etc. Make sure to follow me over there. It's going to be absolutely crazy if you're going to do so. And it's absolutely valuable as well for both parties. And as well, guys, we're about to close down this giveaway here. That's going to close in like 2 minutes. And maybe I will be extended another 5 days before we're going to pick the winner. So I will be even... and then I will be even give more money away to you guys out there. So let me know if I should do that. Then I'm still real thinking about it. But make sure to join the giveaway as well. $2,000 giveaway. We're going to pick the winner live on the stream, guys. So, of course, like you do know, on this channel, we're not scamming anyone with giveaways, like you can see over here in the chat. People are so happy. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it already arrived. I'm so happy. This guy as well. We have like this other guy saying received it. Thank you so much. And like there so many people are like so happy because they win the giveaway. If you want to win this $2,000, literally $500 to 4 people, so the chance of winning is particularly high. You can still join it. If you're not following the requirements like this one, you will be definitely miss out, and you will be getting excluded from the giveaway. So please do take a notice. You have to follow every single step, of course. So let's see. I hit the like button twice to show how much I really love the show. That's nice. That's absolutely lovely. That's absolutely lovely. I mean, I'm pretty into EGLD actually, indeed. I do stake my EGLD. Staking EGLD is definitely not a bad thing to do so. Like, I currently have a 15% reward, 15 point something. I don't know exactly out of my head. Like, I've got a pretty good reward actually. EGLD, if you're not staking EGLD, it's definitely you're missing out. And I'm doing it for like a term of 180 days. And like, if you let's say stake $100,000, you are earning approximately $1,100 a month. That's absolutely crazy. 6 point something EGLD. Maybe it's a little bit higher or lower right now. But you can stake your place, or you can stake your EGLD on a lot of prices. But staking EGLD is definitely worth to do so. As well, if you just look at the price action of EGLD, like it's been performing pretty decently, and I've been buying into leveraging positions as well, like you can see over here. It's currently in a 10% loss there, but I'm personally planning to accumulate further in towards this trade. This is a trade not for the short term. I think like EGLD could easily flow up towards back to $500-600 again. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for these big gains, of course, to be made here on the market. So I look forward towards it, how EGLD is going to perform in the coming hours and days ahead of ourselves. I used to use your alt code for Bybit for a customer. Can we still? Yeah. If you use that alt link, it's also good, Matt. If you like ever signed up for one of my Bybit accounts, you can send that UID and you will be good as well. That is no problem. That's indeed true. That is indeed true. Yeah, that giveaway is also powered by Bybit. So this giveaway is powered by Bybit. So that's why you have to sign up your account through my link description. Because yeah, then we can see if it's correct, because you will be getting checked here. If we do the giveaway, I will be quickly checking up if you're like following the requirements. If you don't follow the requirements, we're just going to pick new winners again. So that's a very important part about it, because yeah, maybe some people are going to be unlucky, because yeah, it's just how it works here. So we will be looking at people that retweeted, liked, followed me, and of course signed up through this link or another link that ever was created here on this on my account, of course. So yeah, it will be very unfortunate if you are going to miss out on that one. It's definitely going to be very unfortunate. So that's why we exactly don't want that, of course. That's what we do not want here. What we do not want to have here. I like your emerging updates, guys. Yeah, I will be trying to bring out another update as soon as there's going to be any volatility on the market, of course. If there's going to be anything happening on the market, I will be the first one who is going to absolutely react towards it. And you guys will know it. You guys will see it. So that's why you subscribe to the channel, guys. We've got weather warnings in the UK as well here in the Netherlands. We've got weather warnings as well for today, Friday, right? So pretty terrible, actually. But anyways, guys, right now, since the market is definitely cooling down, I will be do one thing here. And oh, my camera, absolutely terrible, guys. By the way, this is my desk. Yeah, let's get back to our stream. So right now, I will be wrapping up the stream here. I will be back, of course, later today, just like I promise you guys every single day, with another stream. As soon as the market is going to do something interesting, I'm going to be back with another stream. In the meantime, I'm going to do some research for things that we are currently not seeing in the market yet here. If I do see something in the market that's very important, I will be sharing it once again for Twitter. That's what I'm going to do right now here for the coming 1.5 hours. I'm just going to do some research on the market, on some projects as well. And that's why I'm wrapping up the stream over here. If I do see something interesting, I will discuss it like in the next stream. And I will be discussing it on my Twitter page. So a lot of things to do for me right now here in the background. But guys, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing stream. Subscribe to the channel if you do like the content here on this channel. We're doing daily live streams. Smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll guess I will see you guys back later today with another live stream as soon as the market is going to turn in towards a crazy market again. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.